We've woken up today to the most glorious sunshine. We're in the Cotswolds. It is the tour of the Cotswolds today. 250k. Oh, it is 6 a.m. in the morning. Guys, welcome back to the What Life. Let's roll. So I've always wanted to come here. This is Ride 24/7, based in the Cotswolds. We're effectively in an industrial estate somewhere near Cirencester, and I've always kind of seen this bike store which is hosting the tour of the Cotswolds. I've always wanted to come check it out and kind of see the bikes and stuff. They do really good bike build videos as well on their Instagram and on YouTube, and you know, they kind of just look like they have a really good culture. So this is what we're taking on today. So hosted by Ride 24/7, which I guess would make sense for why it's 247k now that I've just done the maths in my head. Morning, morning.
Morning. Good morning. Signing on for the long route?
Yes,
yeah?
You are.
What's your name? Sorry.
Max. So just a heads up, this event was hosted on the British Cycling website. And I actually thought initially that it was going to be more of a race than an open road sportif, something that I found out later.
Please just make sure you check in each feed station so we know you've got around safely.
I don't know why, but I just thought in my head that it was going to be a mass participation start like Ride London, but it wasn't.
Yeah, if you need to take the escape route, could you just notify one of the mobiles on the back of your number there? That's it.
Okay, perfect. We're getting a little secret tour. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, there's some gorgeous bikes here. This is the Paul Smith Factor that was launched at some stage. I think it was this year. Oh no, sorry, it might have been last year. I think they launched it at the Rouleur Live. I think that's when it kind of came out. Very cool. So I don't know how many people are actually taking part in this, but obviously starting in kind of groups of 20 odd at a time is obviously a pretty good thing. It's not a closed road event, so it's all completely open road, so that obviously makes a lot of sense in terms of, you know, starting groups in waves, and that's the whole event. The whole 247k is open roads, so you know. So we're taking the saddlebag, so that means we've got full set of spare tube, you know, plugs, pumps, everything, those kind of things, like valve core remover and all that stuff. So, you know, guys, don't shout at me today because I'm fully prepared. I think there's a feed stop at like 36 miles and then 60 odd miles, 60, 70 miles. And it sounds, by the sounds of things, it sounds like they have food and rather than gels and stuff. But gonna whack a ton of gels, obviously, on my person. A couple of bottles with glucose mix in. Right, time to get ready and head over. Off we go. So one group just head off 4 or 5 minutes ahead of us. We're heading out. Group 2. Full GPX loaded up. 15, 20 riders at a time. Be bold, start cold. Hopefully it turns into a wicked day as we make our way through the Cotswolds. 247k, I don't know what that is in miles. I doubt any of you actually care. So it's still nice and early in the morning, so the roads are nice and quiet. It's Sunday and we're in, where are we? What county is this?
Gloucestershire.
We're in Gloucestershire. and it's a rolling course today, 2,000 meters of elevation, and this is really nice. We're being led out by a couple of guys, our group, and it's quite chilled at the moment. So I think everyone, you know, the vibe is kind of everyone just get on with it, and you know, our particular group's not about smashing watts, but I think it's going to be about having a good day. We got Mr. David Arthur here, who last time we linked up was on the Stone Circle.
Morning sir, how you doing?
Yeah, good. You well?
Not too bad. Good day ahead. Big day.
Dave's convinced me that the best thing to do is go for a breakaway early doors. In part because it means no one sees when we take the shortcut home, the short route. Yeah. But it's a nice cool morning now. I got a feeling that is not going to last. No. So get the miles in while it's nice and cool. There's something very charming about cycling through a small little Cotswold town on a Sunday morning while the world is still asleep. Wait up, Dave. Left. Whoa. Mr. Dave Arthur is putting us through our paces. Dave has been leading us out at a bit of a monstrous pace. Seems like this used to be a bit of a local jaunt for him actually, but it does mean that we're now closing on the group in front. Not doing this all day. 153 miles. Morning.
All right.
Got the first Cotswolds hill of the day. It's either called Bear Hill or Sear Hill. My eyesight can't read the writing on my top tube. A little bit of a not ideal patch. Missed a turn, dropped a chain, lost the group. Morning. Yeah, well, this is going to be a longer and harder day than I really anticipated. Quite a lot going on, so kind of fell off the radar a bit. Anyway, we should be near the first food stop, hoping I might be able to use that to get back on this group. The gang is here. Not my gang, because they left me, they didn't care. But decent spread. A little bit of a hard turn to find. Please note that. Smash some nibbles, and then off we go again. Bit of a funny one for me today. Mentally, just finding it tough. Like the road surface out in the Cotswolds, the speed of the group. Struggling to kind of enjoy it, and the legs probably aren't quite there, to be honest, but just not finding that I'm like, you know, cheery. You can see I'm so out of breath. I think that group's just too fast. Yeah, I'm even thinking about just pulling over and just taking a minute to kind of pull myself together a bit, which is what I think I'll do in a minute once I get off this main road. So I've just pulled over. We just got off a very fast main road, and yeah, as I was trying to say, I'm struggling a bit, kind of. It's not mentally, it's kind of like emotionally, and I'm going to talk you through it just briefly. So I think my saddle's just tilted slightly. So I've been thinking about it, and I really am struggling today. Not just because of the legs, but more so the thing that I'm struggling with is that I keep feeling like I'm getting better, then I go and do things, and I get made to feel like I'm just not good enough. And coming and doing something like this, which, you know, obviously there is no kind of relative term of good enough, right? You just cycle with the people that are like your speed. But to be in a group and feel like you're not good enough for that group, it's kind of just a bit demoralizing. I'm just kind of really like a bit down on myself today because, fuck it. Like anytime you feel like you get a little bit better, it's just always a bigger fish and always a faster rider. I don't want to win stuff. Obviously I would like to win stuff. I'm not sure how much I can keep dealing with feeling like I'm at the back and feeling like I'm always falling off. And as I said, it's so relative, right? Like another group will come past in a minute and could ride all day with them, and it might feel fine, it might feel great, but just I'm feeling a bit like beaten up, like from a morale sense. And I think the thing is, I'm used to running, and you go and do your 5k, your 10k, marathon, half marathon, whatever you do, it feels like it's very much on your own. With cycling, you kind of end up in these little groups, and these groups can feel like cliques, and if you can't keep with that clique, it's almost like the cool kids at school, but you're not allowed in. And that's just how I feel today. I think it maybe just doing a bit too much, maybe kind of signing onto this a bit last minute, but I'm gonna take a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just having to work quite hard to try and stay with that group. And lo and behold, I think it was just a bit too much for me. And if you're at the back sometimes, it can feel like the safe place to be, but obviously all the kicks, you then feel more. So it felt like a bit of a battering, and I never felt comfortable. Dave Arthur can ride a goddamn bike, can't he? Dave, mate, that was some good riding. I mean, you've still got a whole day left. I think I'm gonna have to take the escape route at 100k to loop back round. So it's still a 100-mile day, just not a 150-mile day. I'm low. I'm like just emotionally down on myself a bit. Right, I think there's kind of no point just sat around talking, is there? I'm on my own now. But if you want a nice bungalow in the Cotswolds, this place looks nice. 2 garages, good Swift setup. Lovely. So we're back on the country roads, and you know, I've slowed things down. I'm on my own. Slowed things down, a bit more comfortable. Hey, how are you? I don't feel entirely comfortable doing 50+ k an hour, you know, on downhills, on these kind of country roads, big old holes. And then I was like, you know, a bit not quite comfortable doing that, and then having to kind of kick to try and hold the group. Just a little bit too much for me. Again, just a bit outside my comfort zone. But back on some good old Cotswolds roads. I still think I'm going to duck out, take the escape route, make it 100 odd miles rather than 150. I think I'm just having one of those days. Thus far, none of the other groups have passed me just yet. I'm sure there's tons of riders that started after me that will kind of come through at some stage. Just taking it at my own pace has made it a little bit more enjoyable. Spirit's a little bit higher. Kind of pulled my aero socks up a little bit, and we're just gonna get on with it. Enjoy the beauty of the Cotswolds on a nice Sunday. Also, in that faster group, on one of the descents, a couple of the boys overcooked it and ended up on the banking off their bikes. You know, they kind of skidded off into the banks, and that was before I had my kind of semi meltdown, but it did just kind of make me realize, you know, perhaps just chill out. Perhaps just chill out and enjoy it. Yeah, we're 100k in, cute little Cotswolds town, and you know, I'm making lemonade out of lemons. Is that what it's called? You know, just enjoy it. Somewhere different that I haven't really been before, and still no cyclists have passed me yet. But the nice thing is, on my head unit, I've now entered in the escape route, so I'm now on a different course, so that should take me back to ride 24/7. So rather than 247k, I think it's like 170k, which I think is going to be enough for me today. And I don't know why I always feel like I have to apologize for doing this kind of stuff, you know. I don't know what I'd do if there wasn't this option. I think I probably would just slog it round, but in many senses I am very glad it is here. Not every day's a win. Today has felt like a massive loss, even though it's not, I get it. But yep, let's go ride our bikes and enjoy it, because that's what it's about. This is nice. I think I missed the turn because I was enjoying the town so much. I think. Sorry guys, but you know, we've gone from a race to an adventure. Right, we're back on track. Let's get some cycling done. These guys are amazed that I've made it to the checkpoint. Early. So early. And I will say that the enjoyment of the ride, today especially, is directly proportional to the insane efforts that we were having to do earlier. So now that it's kind of become a bit more relaxing, it is a lot more kind of Sunday enjoyable. Yes, cycling. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's just a lesson. Like, you can just slow things down and enjoy the day. That is always an option.
Yeah, and not as hilly for the last part.
Okay.
There are some strong riders out today.
Yeah.
We've been tracking a couple on WhatsApp Live.
Yeah. Okay.
Flying along.
Yeah. So
but it's not a race.
No, it's not.
Not a race.
It's not a race. But you know, if you you got the flapjacks, bananas, and this was the thing, is that this is what we realised when we signed on, was that the feed stops are feed stops, not like here's a gel and some water, which was a bit different to Ride London, because that was just like here's some water in a gel and you're on your way. Yeah, you're kind of like
sausage rolls, cakes, flapjacks, bananas.
Yeah.
All the nutrition you need, electrolytes.
Yeah.
It's all here.
How many people taking part today?
About 350.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've had a good number sign up.
So what I've done, because of so basically I imagine that like kind of escape route cuts across, and then the rest would kind of go up and...
They go up and around Chipping Camden, second feed. This just goes straight through the
middle. Okay, cool.
So you're still on a 100-mile ride.
Yes, yes. 100 and still 180k.
So let's not...
Yeah. We've got 70k left from here. And it's just nice now. Like, it's a great Sunday to be out riding your bike. I think that if I'd kind of ridden with a group that was a little bit slower off the start, the whole day might have gone a bit different for me. I probably wouldn't have got so down on myself. I guess that's a lesson to learn, but at the same time we're just gonna shoot that one under the rug and carry on. But 70k is a nice day. I think we've taken a bit of pressure off ourselves, which is a nice thing to do. Right, the problem is I could probably sit here all day. We've done 15 minutes. I love the cycle community, because the guys, the Via Roma guys, who are basically the event organisers, just really nice. Like, nice to chat to, put me in a really, you know, wasn't their intention, but just by virtue of chatting to them, much better mood. It's a nice day out. But I don't want to sit here all day. I need to maybe get this bike ride done. Thank you, gents.
See you, Max.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and we have 65k left to go. Might be the first one back, which in this instance is not a good thing. Right, on y va. Okay, this is Butte now. Just some lovely Cotswold country roads. 31k left in today, and you know what? Like I don't feel horrible. I think I just, you know, I just quite simply wasn't as good a cyclist as the guys I was riding with, and that just made me, I was just suffering. You know, we've all been there, I guess. So consequence of that was just how today's turned out. But 30k off, 30k left to get back to ride 24/7, grab a coffee, and it'll be job done. So we're inside the last 10k now, which is good news, obviously. It's been about 6 hours 40 minutes of cycling to get us to this point. I'll say my feet are very sore. The second half of this ride has been very different to the first. So if you are in a group for the second half of the ride, you know, you can cruise, swap in, swap out. I've done it the other way, just tapped it out solo, head down, enjoying it. It's not been like a physical bonk today, more of an emotional bonk, if anything. And that's it, guys. 2,000 meters, 26k an hour average, just over 7 hours, and we're still alive. And we get to get off the bike. That was a good day out. A resounding, any ride that's 180k is a resounding success. Thank you so much.
Memento of the day.
And what day it was. That was a good day out.
Good.
Snuck up on me, that one. Just a quick heads up. That was 182k, 2,000 meters, 6 hours 52 minutes, which might have been my moving time actually. Sorry. Anyway, that was a day out that finished. You know, we we managed to pick it up towards the end in terms of enjoyment, morale. I'm very glad I did it, and I do think the more I do these things, the better my legs kind of get at handling them. So there is always that, the silver lining. Anyway guys, thanks for joining in on this one. Plenty more racing and rides to come. I'm sure I'll see you guys on another one soon.